Hey everybody, not making the same mistake I made yesterday I mean. Uh, okay, so these are still wonky, and this doesn't still show up, and actually there's two things I could do. Well, if I make owner and stuff, if I do all that, I'll have I'll have the line overlay under rooms, but I don't think I want overlay under rooms because it's not a room. So I'm going to probably have to either make a root node for both of these visual deals, which are rooms and then the line overlay, or if I add it directly to layout tool, I could make sure that the coordinates match up to the room's coordinate system. If I put them in the exact same position, it should work. I'm not sure, but it should work. And actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm gonna try that first of all. Um, I'm gonna try that first. So let's go ahead and should have left layout tool up there, but let's go ahead and unready. Is it shift? Is it shift? Not sure if it was shift. Nope. What happened? I guess nothing happened. I don't know. Uh, I don't remember. We'll just copy this. Already. Our layout tool equals tool. think I think that'll work. So let's do something real quick. Control S. We're gonna save that. Clear this out. Um, we're gonna say layout tool to add child line overlay. Okay. So if I reload save scene, the lines will probably be gone, which they are. But I don't think. Oh well, it does say there's an error though. What's the error? Where is add child? To call function add child in base null instance on null instance. Instance. $554. Okay, maybe that doesn't work because it's the root scene, isn't it? That must be the deal. Was it shift? It was shift. Okay. Okay, let's see if that works. It should work because it's just the root basically. So reload save scene. See if we get no errors. That's good. Do we get any visuals? We do get visuals. Oh. Oh. Look how it's offset, though. That's kind of interesting, huh? Does that mean that I have a node down here somewhere? No, because I don't have the owner yet. Okay. Because I think I'm just gonna sync it with the rooms node that ways. Uh, I think I like it this way is better than the way I had it, just because it doesn't make sense to be under rooms. Now I could have made a Node 2D that goes underneath layout tool that had rooms and whatever underneath it, and then I don't know, it might would have introduced a whole bunch of other headaches. But this is probably fine just as long as it's the same position. Okay, so let's go back to script and let's us see. Oh, let me check. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's go all the way down. Keep forgetting the way that you do this. Um, we're gonna go ahead and say line overlay dot position equals rooms dot position. I think that should work anyways. Okay, so let's go to 2D. Let's go to scene, reload, save scene. And there we go. Now, the question is, does it still have the same problem it had? And that is, it doesn't go all the way down to the center. It goes just to the one thing. That's okay. We'll leave that. Because the next thing I need to do is I want to do the thing with the owner and everything. But then I'm gonna have multiple line overlays added. So, line overlay set owner self name line overlay. Okay, and so whenever I do anything in here, it's going to do it in duplicates, but let's see what happens when I do it first. Reload save scene, okay. And we're going to see if line overlay. Okay, there's only one, too. Where is line overlay anyways? I mean, where is it technically? Okay. Yep, that's kind of the interesting thing here. Huh. Okay, so here's the thing. The first thing is I don't think I want the I set it to the room's position, and the room's position is right there. Actually, this is 0, 0. This is the room's position is right here. Believe it or not. I don't necessarily want the room's position there. I want the room's position to be like at the top or something. And it sort of works, but it's not completely 100% yet. Let me think here for a second. Oh. Um, okay, so I'm not really sure how to handle this. Okay, so my actual problem is with the lines where they draw to, but that's not a main problem here. Notice how line overlay is over here at new location. Why? Because new location always puts it on 0, 0, and 0, 0 is right there. This is where 0, 0 is. I think. Wait a second. What? Let me see something though. Um. Okay, let's go back to script. Let's go back to multi-line. Let's comment these out kind of on purpose because I don't want to have all that extra mumbo jumbo there. And let's go ahead and scene reload save scene. Okay, that's fine. And what I want to know is, look at that line overlay 2. See, we got 2 line overlays now. In fact, let's see what happens when I hit reload save scene. Does it give 3? No, it doesn't give 3. Line overlay. Look how it does that. It has something to do with where I'm adding them, when I'm adding them, that sort of thing. Because it's calling. Let's delete these. Scene, reload, save scene. And now we just have the one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get it to make sure that it deletes the old one and recreates it. But that's not really my problem either. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Wait a second. Where is Oh, it's locked. Rooms is locked, so I can't move it. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Well, hmm. I think rooms I didn't script. I think rooms is just something I created, and it attaches everything to it. But rooms is 00, so that's 00. All the rooms are relative to it. Hmm. Okay, so here's the deal. So basically, 00 is where it's supposed to be. It's just there in the center. I'm not sure about the viewport in relation to the viewport or whatever. This is just there, and the viewport's where it's at, whatever. But that's 00, and in order to be able to um, add a new room that's near to where I'm working. Oopsie. In order to be able to like like here, even though this is an earlier version that doesn't have the rest of the rooms here, in order to be able to work with new rooms beside here, uh, I needed to be able to generate a room that's near the place where I'm working. And there's not really a way to tell how to do that. I could do a thing where I could judge based on the viewport where it's at to be able to put a new room, or I could do it based on where the mouse is at the time. I mean, that might actually be, if I can get the right viewport coordinates, that might be an ideal solution to be able to put it down wherever. Hmm, new room button. Where would I put it? If I was pressing a button, where would I put the new room? Do I attach it to the mouse cursor so that it automatically moves the mouse cursor no matter where you are, and then you have to click it to place it? Do I do a drag and drop where I actually have a thing on the right side and it's a component, and I pull the room out and then I drop it somewhere? Uh, do I have it like position itself in a specific location? Hmm. Hmm. It's like I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I should know what I'm doing exactly, but I don't. Uh, there could be, if I do, okay, so I guess this goes to a bit to the designing the layout tool. If I um for a second. I guess, okay, so I guess what I should do is I should just work on what I've been working on here and not worry about the fact that they're at the same location. I will have to deal with that for sure, but I can always figure out a way of doing that. Hmm, sure. Okay. Let's not worry about that. Instead, let me look at line overlay here. Let me try to add room data. Does it add? Now, what if that happens if I save room data? And what happens if I reload save scene? Do I get multiple line overlays? I don't get. How come? I'm gonna have to lock the line overlay too. Actually, if I lock the line overlay, then I won't be able to mess with it too. That's actually a good idea. So I should do that anyways. Okay, so let's do something here. Where is the lock? Lock. No match lock. Oh, on layout tool. Rooms, set meta. There we go. Just do this. Line overlay, set meta. Reload save scene. Okay. Save scene. Now, see now I can't mess with it. So that's interesting. Okay, that actually works not too bad, anyways. Okay, so that's good. So it's locked. Okay, now actually that still kind of takes care of things in a way. And I don't know. For instance, if you select all these. If I move them, the lines, of course, aren't going to move with them. That's why I'd need a process. And that's a layout tool process. And I'm going to have it do that anyways. It's going to follow. It's going to update whenever. Yeah. And fix the thing about the lines thickness where it modulates based on on the zoom level. I have that in there somewhere. Okay. Let's go ahead and remove that. Remove that one. Save room data. Reload save scene. I don't really. Now what happens if I do this and save room data, reload save scene? Okay, that just redrew, right? And there's 2 line overlays, see? That's fine. There's multiple. Okay. So, what I need to do here first is I need to go back into script, and we are going to first check to see if line overlay is not null. If it's not null, then we're going to set it to null. We're going to, okay, I guess, this gets really sluggish. I'm not even sure why it does, but it does. So this will be, yeah, I hit the free plan. I get it. What am I trying to do? Oh, yeah. How do I move the existing line overlay node in order to reload it? I guess, I don't know, I have to, what do I do? I remove it. Node exists as a child, call Q free on it. Existing overlay, right. If existing overlay, Q free, okay. Oh, I see, I see. Line overlay has got to be a class. I guess it's got to be a class variable. Kind of like we have up here. We got rooms and stuff up here. Our line overlay equals null. And we're going to do that. And then I'm going to go all the way down here. And instead of var line overlay down here, we're going to say overlay multi-line 2D equals. Okay. That's going to be the first thing. Next thing I'm going to say is if line overlay. Oh. Okay. And just my holding node or freeing it or after freeing it. Probably doesn't matter because it's kind of a deferred thing anyways. Good evening, Rook. Welcome to the stream. I am fixing up this line drawing stuff here on the layout tool. The timing matters. Before freeing, if you add the existing to your holding node before calling queue free, it will still be in the scene tree under holding node. It won't actually be free. Well, yeah. I remove it. I put it under holding node. Oh, that's dumb of me. I guess I just need to remove it from the root node, move child, and then that's dumb of me. Why is it so sluggish? It reacts fine, but conversation just gets. I don't really want to free it. I want to remove it first and then recreate it because sometimes load rooms is called more than once. So just remove. So just layout tool that remove child. What do I call it? Line overlay. Line overlay equals false. And then it will recreate it right after. That worked okay. Okay. That gonna work okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So every time this is called, now it's gonna up here. Let's just do this. So oh, mixed use of tabs and spaces. Oh my. Where is the space character? I'm not using space. Okay. Now if I do this, it should be still fine, right? Okay. Line overlay and line overlays inside tree. Then remove child. And we're gonna put this in over also. That way I should not get any kind of double thing down here. Reload save scene. Sure it's there. It's there. Okay, good. 2D, it's good. That's good, it's there. Had the problem before the multiple things there. I think all it is though is just uh, let's save scene. Oh no, it's doing it again. Why is it doing it again? Okay, fine. We're gonna save it. Then we're going to reload save scene. Okay. Uh, kind of the problems we had before about the multiple whatever. Let's see, do I have a remove child? Maybe I have a remove child in here. Remove child. On the remove button being pressed, but that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, this actually clears everything on a for a save, but clearing the rooms in ready. Oh. I have a queue free directly in here. So that obviously works at some point. So let's do a queue free, and it shouldn't do that anymore. I think. No. 9, 2, 3. So I'm not sure if that'll work, but we'll see. I got it. Is 6 gonna be in there? Yep. Okay. Oh. Whenever. Let's see. Am I doing holding node at all? Add child, currently selected room. For child and holding node, get children and child queue free. If holding node, I get parent node. Remove child free. That's on exit tree. Um, moving line overlay. And let's give it a little that. Reload, save scene. Or reload, save scene. Okay, so it's not doing it in there. It exists. Okay. Let's do something here. Now, hopefully, it will only say 7. It won't say 8. So if it says 8, then this did absolutely nothing. And it did do 8, and it didn't do absolutely anything. Print. Line overlay name equals line overlay dot name. Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna see what happens. Oh, okay. So apparently somehow it doesn't exist already. Delete this. Okay. Reload save scene. Okay, that's good. Save it again. Reload save scene. We're gonna see if. Well, how come? Probably because we need to. Oh, exit tree. Okay, fine. Since that isn't even working. Right. Okay. Uh, where's exit tree? Guess we'll put it in there. Okay. Now, we still got 3 line overlays. It just saved it. That means 4 will show up. Let's reload it. If 4 doesn't show up, then maybe, just maybe. Removing line overlay. Okay. Save scene. Oh, where's the error? What's the error? Error. Hmm. No errors there, and dual line overlays. Um, Whenever I save the scene, line overlay is duplicated in the scene tree. Make the overlay editor only add tool and don't save it. No, you can set the owner to null so that Godot won't consider it as part of the saved scene. Any node with owner null is considered runtime only and won't appear in the saved scene. Remove the old one first. That's what I was doing, but it didn't work. If I make the owner null, does that mean it doesn't show up at all in the scene tree? Because I don't want to do that. I don't want it to not show up at all. Okay. See something here then. Let's go. Let's see, owner. I'm gonna see if it's in there though. I have a feeling maybe not. Reload save scene, and let's see if it's in there first. It's not in there. I mean, it's in here, but it's not in there. The overlay is not in the scene tree, although it is drawing properly. So if I set an owner, then it appears in the scene tree. Setting the owner just makes it visible in the editor hierarchy. There should be a better way than that. Let's try something. That's not necessarily what I want to do here. Okay. Okay, let's not, we're gonna say self, but when we delete it, let's go into exit tree. When we remove it, we're gonna set the owner to null. Like so. And we're gonna reload save scene. Any errors? No errors. Okay, it's there, but when I save it, is it going to duplicate? It still duplicates. Got it. I don't want it to duplicate. Um, right. Overlay already exists. That. Delete. What? What? Trying to figure this out. See, line overlay is not okay. Right, line over. No. Reload save scene. It's weird. Whenever I try to print out whether line overlay exists or not, it doesn't print anything out, and yet still creates a duplicate. And actually, duplicate is somewhat misleading. It continues to have line overlay as a node, but only the latest one actually has the lines attached to it. Get it? Tools and nodes are added dynamically. Multiple instances without properly tracking the old one. If line overlay is a variable in your script, but you create it first without checking if it exists in the scene tree, the old one is technically in the tree, even if it's not drawing correctly. So adding a new one just adds another node 2D. Print line overlay might not show anything useful. The previous reference got overwritten or if it never got assigned properly and ready. Remove the existing overlay first. Create a new overlay. Line overlay equals multi-line new. Set owner if you want to see it in the editor. Add child. Shows the previous node wasn't freed elsewhere. Removing it from the parent before creating a new one prevents duplicates. It never prints the line. Never prints the line. Never prints the line. That explains why you. I want to check for an existing overlay in the trees. Okay. How about this? Get node line overlay. Why did it do that? Doggone you, quit doing that crap. I have two stupid. Layout tool dot get child. Save scene. Find child. Okay, fine. Find child. I'll use find child if I have to. Doggone ya. Drive me nuts. Find child. Find overlay. Careless. Reload save scene. Okay, good, good. Overlay already exists. Okay. Let's just var existing overlay equals if existing overlay overlay already exists. Removing out remove out existing overlay. Now, do we have any? We do have the two, so let's just delete those. Save it. Reload. Clear this out. Reload save scene. One error. Of course, there's an error. Why is there an error? Because there's an error. Yeah, I don't know. This is true. Reload save scene. Reload save scene. Reload save scene. Control S. Reload save scene. Control S. Reload save scene. Okay, let's go over here. Reload save scene. Okay. Well, what I did was store was call find child with the name line overlay, and then called layout tool dot remove child listing overlay, and that seems to fix the problem. I think it's fixed now. I don't know if it's 100% fixed, but I think it's fixed now. By searching the tree for the node by name, you avoid relying on your variable to remember the old overlay, and removing it before creating a new one ensures never a ghost or duplicate. And actually, what it was, though, too, was that when I exit tree, I actually delete or remove the line overlay. Find it with the rename. Well, that's what I am been doing. That's what I'm doing. This is okay. So that seems to work. Okay, let's go to the script. Oh, so let's do a thing here. Let's do that. Let's select that. Let's remove it. Save it. Save the data. Reload save scene. No errors. No duplicate line overlays. Everything is hunky-dory. Alright, so let's go back to the thing that I was going to work at. Which is... Okay, let's do a screenshot. Oh, I did that with Grok. I didn't do that with ChatGPT. I'll do it anyways. Selection. Take screenshot. Copy the clipboard. We'll see if this can analyze it without screwing me over next. Okay, so it's working, but I have this other problem now. It seems that I can start a line in the center of the panel, but the end position somehow doesn't go to the center of the destination. I don't know if you can see this, but the screeny, you can see where the lines start, but they only end at the separator. And I'm using the same code to determine the center. This is a common issue when drawing lines. The UI nodes like a panel or control nodes. Problem the position on a control node like a panel reverse. Not the center. You want the line. Okay. Yeah. I know. No, but let me show you how I'm calculating the position. Keep in mind that both the source and destination panels are using the same function, just on different room panels. Okay, so let's okay with that. Go to layout room. Little explanation. The X position is always at the center as I move the panel to make the origin the center. The Y, however, I made to be positioned at the separator line. So I take the Y position, subtract the separator to get it back to 0, and then add center Y to put it in the center, and that's what it returns. Just acknowledge this little bit before I show you how it's being used. See, this is the deal here. When you put in a picture, it stops. It annoys the crap out of me. Alright, well, that's the way that goes. I could go over to Grok though, I guess. Okay, so my multi-line class draws multiple 2D lines from room to room in my game. in the redot fork of Godot 4.3 editor. And let me show you this bit of code. Position.x is the center horizontal position. The y position, however, is at the separator's position. So I subtract it to get it to 0, and then I add the center y position. And it looks a little like this. Like screeny. My problem is the lines aren't drawing all the way to the center despite using this same function. That's fine. And then I'll show it how to. Well, I'll let it think. It doesn't have all the information, but then I'll minimum size is fine. I can adjust it. That's not a problem. Actually, I don't. I want the center of the whole thing, but that's okay. I'll tell it in a second here. The calculate lines still don't reach the center. He keeps on saying that. Might be using get minimum size that as though that's the issue. It's not the issue because the starting position works fine. I'll have to show it though. Huh. It's doing a lot of thinking. Because I guess because it doesn't have all the information because I didn't give it all the information. I mean, I could just stop. I guess I could just stop it and it's gonna stop thinking. Oh, it looked like you were stumped, but that's probably because I didn't give you all the information. So before trying to think of a solution, let me relay the appropriate information. I should just say, come on. No, he doesn't need to think harder. No problem at all. Okay, so basically, the origin is where it always is. Since you can't see the origin, I basically wanted it in the middle horizontally and to match the separator's Y position so that when I drag them around in the editor, I'm dragging them from this point. In order to do this, I simply reposition the why does that not work? Reposition. How do you reposition? Repositioned. Copy. Paste. Add the dang dictionary. Separators position. Make sense so far? Setting the origin point for dragging in the editor to be the middle horizontally aligned with attached to the node to match these coordinates, just ensuring the drag point is intuitive. Okay. So, in order to get the position, center position of the whole panel, needed to take the separator into account first. So in the function, I subtract its position to get it back to 0, and then add halfway point. It seems to work with the source rooms. As you can see, it starts in the middle. It doesn't somehow end in the middle. So let me pull up the code that uses this function. Just a moment, please. Okay, so with the multi-line tool, this is the section code that cycles through the doors and generates the data. Let's take these prints out. I'm going to take this out. Take this out. And we're going to go over here. And I'm going to actually go ahead and that. That means that this should disappear. Okay. Okay, so I'm just removing this superfluous stuff here that doesn't actually have to do with the drawing. Calculating the start position M, so you get center current room and destination room, storing this information in line collection. Issue seems to be the lines are ending at the calculated end position. Few potential reasons for this could be get center position function might not be returning the expected coordinates for the destination room due to differences in node hierarchy or positioning. The writing logic for the lines might be using a different reference point or offset that isn't aligning with end position. There could be transformation or scaling issue when the lines are drawn based on line collection. Check if destination room get center position is being called on the correct node instance, and if its panel separator setup matches the source room, ensure the line drawing log is presumably on elsewhere, is using start and end values from the line collection without modification. Uh, um, I'll share the whole multi-line class. Select all, copy. Okay. Oh, it's almost time for me to go, huh? I still don't get to figure this out. Your get center position function for your initial calculates the center position based on the panel size and the separator's Y position, adjusting the Y coordinate to align with the middle of the panel relative to the separator. This works for start position, the source room. You confirmed it starts in the middle, horizontally, at the separator's Y position. Key difference is how room position is used elsewhere. Oh, wait a second. Okay. I might see the problem, maybe. Something I should have been thinking about here. Start pause, end pause, that's fine. Equals room dot position. Okay. Oh, equals room dot get center position. Oh. Pause. Okay. Reload, save scene. Bingo. Okay. Yeah, get center position. Get center pause instead of room dot pause, where the end point. That fixed it. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay, so good. Okay, so this is cool, guys. Check it out. Okay, it's still not drawing. I still don't have the save. The zoom deal. Like I have on the other ones. It it changes the thickness based on your zoom level. So if you zoom in, it gets thinner. If you zoom out, it gets thicker. So you can still see the line, no matter how far out it is. And then I could probably do the thing of making sure I place it behind. That is good. That is beautiful. Alrighty. Alrighty, I love it. I love it. And then I also have to do. I also have to do the processing thing. It'll call update lines, and it'll update just the one that moved basically based off the position, which I already have some code for that too as well. So yes, almost there. When I get those last few things, when I get it to update, when you move it around, when I get it to draw behind the panel, when I get it to um, yeah, right. Yeah, I get to draw behind the panel. I get the zoom thing working, and then I get to update whenever you move a room. Uh, then I'll start using this exclusively. Awesome, awesome. It's working. My plan is working. Okay, and I also got rid of the stupid duplicate line overlay thing, so that works well as well. Okay, awesome, awesome. Good work, everybody. Everybody meaning me, and just me, because nobody's talking. Nobody talks. Why aren't you guys talking? It's probably because half of you are just listening or whatever. Like Rook is probably just putting me on in the background, which is cool. It's fine. But it looks like I got it working like I want it to. So, progress. Progress today. Progress. Even progress in the first part, even though I didn't actually like generate any new data. I made some progress there too. So that's pretty cool, right? Okay. So, I will see you tomorrow. And see, do I need to do anything here other than just to thank you for watching and all that? Thank you for watching.